Hey everybody, Pals of Poison here, and welcome to some more random horror games. This game, if it decides to open up, it might be a little controversial, and you will see what I mean if and when it opens up. So we're just going to give it a hot minute here. And see... Turn off the clock, but gladly. Get ready to go to work. So this is called Escape Ukraine. Obviously, we know what's happening there right now, unless you've been living under a rock. And it's unfortunate what's happening to the Ukrainian people right now. There's something seriously wrong with this clock. And I just hope that this game is tastefully done. And just kind of, I think what it's attempting to do is showcase, you know, what it's like there, like right now, or when the invasion began. Oh, that's a light. I didn't know what the hell that was. I have to go wash myself. Wow, I just teleported right through that door. That's the Ukrainian flag. Got a bicycle. And here you go, here's the Ukraine. They are being invaded by Russia. It looks like we live, based on the map here, just outside of the capital, Kyiv. I always thought it was Kiev, or Kiev, but they've been pronouncing it on the news as Kyiv. So we'll just go with that, assume they know what they're talking about. But you never know. Okay. So we're supposed to wash ourselves. Why is there a giant Lego block on top of this thing? Is this? Do I own a coin-operated washing machine in my bathroom? So when I poop my pants, I can throw it right on in there. The mirror works, but we have no reflection. Yep. Getting all nice and clean. There we go. Okay, now we got to get dressed. I guess our clothes aren't in the laundry, so... is this our clothing? Okay, we're dressed. Check the news on the TV. Where was the TV? That was in here. Yeah, alright.
Ukraine's president rejected those claims, saying his country does not pose a threat to Russia, and an invasion could cause tens of thousands of deaths.
Why is the text backwards?
The White House responding in a statement, President Biden saying the prayers of an entire world are with the people of Ukraine as they suffer an unprovoked and unjustified attack by Russian military forces.
Okay. Do I have another task? Can I go? Oh, it hit the fan. I can't leave my place. Oh, it just says hide. Where do I hide? Where do I hide? In here? I'm hiding. Hiding from the Russians. Oh, they threw a grenade in my apartment. Am I okay? Oh, that was it. Okay, so but there's that. I'm sure several people have experienced exactly that. You get up to start your day, and all of a sudden somebody lobs a grenade in there, and your country's under attack. But I don't know. I just hope that if anybody, the developer, if they're making money off this, that they do the right thing and donate it to some relief effort for the Ukrainian peoples. So there you go. There's a little bit of awareness for you. Let's move on to something that's a little more in the realm of fiction and not so real. I think we all need a break after that, and I'll bring you one in just a second. Alright, this next game is called Experiment JN11-PB12. One heck of a title. And I was looking at the controls for it, and I'm a little nervous. I believe we are in space, and there may... Wow, this sensitivity is... Yeah, so I'm floating. There's like 0G here. In case of emergency, follow lights. Okay, well... the lights... they're just right there. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to go this way, I think. Can I interact with this? Oh, yes, I can. Okay, whoa. Whoa. Alright, so here we are. We're following the lights. I don't know if I need to interact with any of these things that are floating around. What is this, an iPod? Get a little closer. I think it is. I can't interact with it. It's right in my face, though. Oof. It's playing music. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here before YouTube hits me with a copyright strike. So you can apparently, like, roll somehow. Right now, WASD is working for me. I'm just gonna continue doing that. If we end up upside down, we end up upside down. And I can't seem to open that. Is there another one of those boxes somewhere? Did I not follow the lights? And was I mistaken there? Aha! This is some good 0G right here. Oh, does it look choppy on my... Oh. Okay. Sure. Well, let's try not to go near that fire. I'm going to see if there is a menu. There's not a menu. Okay. Well, if it ends up looking like crud, then you won't be seeing this at all. I'm guessing this is an Unreal Engine. I don't know if Unity has this capability. I'm not seeing lights on any of these doors, so I'm just going to keep going this way. The horror here is that we're in space, I guess, and there's like fire on our spaceship. That would be terrifying. What the hell was that? Something just alien isolation to me there. Alright, let's keep going. Should I go that way, you think? That looks like death. I'm gonna keep following the lights. That's what I was told to do. And I always do as I'm told. Also, how am I propelling myself? Just curious about that. Oh god.
Key pass required.
Key pass?
Going into power save mode.
Don't do that. Does that mean all the lights are going to turn off? Alright, well, I guess we head back. And we'll go this way that I thought was going to be death. I might still be right about that. I mean, the sensitivity is crazy on the mouse. Alright, this is the zebra wing here. See? This is where we keep our space zebras. Okay, you know what? Beep beep to you too. Fine, I don't care. I came all the way down here just for that. Just for that noise. Just for you to go... It sounded like the kiddie ride at the county fair.
Key pass required.
Oh, you and your key pass. Well, I don't know where else to go. So I guess we'll go back up. And hopefully away from the fire. Yes, there we go. Oh. I would be so sick floating around. Oh, oh, oh. Is this a way I can go? No, give me a key pass. Okay, good. This way. Wait, is this the way I came? No, I don't remember. I know, I know. I could look and see if there's a big hole in the vent, right? Alright, now I'm here. Can I go down there? Let's go down here. Boy, moving around in three-dimensional space is making me disoriented. I don't think I'll ever be able to get back. Oh, I heard it. There's blood. There's blood. There's definitely blood here. Or somebody spilled the ketchup, I mean. I don't know what YouTube's thing is about the word blood. But it's like if you say it... I don't know. I'm not monetized. Not worried, in other words. But I'm still trying... Is there gas in here? Oh, that's just what happens. Okay, how about this door? Whoa, that's bad. That's bad. We can't go in there. Okay, can't go down. Can't go up, so we came all the way down here for nothing. Fine. No worries. I'll just keep cruising along. Are any of these doors here? How about this one?
Key pass required.
Yeah, key pass required. Okay, I came from above, so I guess I'll try this way then. Man, when I find that key pass, things are gonna open up for me. I think I got it. Let's see. Yeah, baby. Got the key pass. It's like that stupid Disney pass where you can go to the front of the line or whatever. What? Something happened. I missed it, though. I guess I was not looking in the right place. Okay. Can't go that way. Could go down. Or up. Let's take a peek. Well, I'm gonna go this way. Why? Because why not? Coming in hot. Well, this doesn't go anywhere. This is a nothing room. I bumped into something and now I'm all disoriented. There we go, there we go, there we go. I straightened it out. It's fine, I got it. Just trying to hit the middle. Now I suppose I'll try going up. If there is an up in 0G, I guess. Alright, another crossroads. I'm going to continue going this way. I don't know. Why not? This door is just open. Pump those brakes. Wow, this is a big open area. Oh, cool. Let's go look outside. Where are we? Does any of this look familiar? I don't know where we are. Is this, are we floating around the sun or something? Seems like a bad place to be. Solar flare's gonna knock you right out. Okay. Another big room. Case of emergency. Wait, is this the starting room? What's this? In Rod we trust. Can I have that? Can I have you? It's a pencil. And it's just gonna endlessly spin now. I don't know what this is. Maybe a storage thing, but it doesn't seem to open, so we'll move away from it. And there doesn't seem to be any other place we can go in this room, so we'll just continue this way, and I'm gonna go straight ahead. Why not? It seems like a thing to do. Boy, that annoyingness can end. Hey, wait a second. What's this? Oh, that's the iPod that I bonked earlier with my face. I can't open this door. It won't open. It doesn't do anything. So we came all the way back to the beginning somehow. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Okay. Yeah, I initially tried that door and then ended up going downward, so I'm gonna keep going downward. I hear you flonking around in the ventilation system. Keep going down, keep going down. Oh, look, see, like an arm or something. Yeah. I remember now. Okay, we're good. We're good. Keep moving. Keep it moving. Nothing to see here. Nothing to be worried about. Just a horrible creature floating around somewhere that's gonna murder me. I guess I'll go to this door. Don't tell me keypad required. But I have the thing. I have the key card. Is the key card I have not special enough for you? Fine. I'll leave. If I can figure out where it is I came from. It came from that way, right? So I'm going to go to this door because it's closed. Maybe it'll let me in. It does. Alright, what's up here? Cutscene? And then it just ended. Okay. Interesting. I actually enjoyed that. Although I'm not sure what just happened there, why it ended. There needs to be more. I guess maybe this is like a demo or tech demo or proof of concept or something. And that's fine. Interesting concept. I like it. I like the zero G. The controls worked very well actually, and I'm surprised by that. Yeah, it just needs more stuff to do. Alright, moving on to something else. Alright, and this last one is something I haven't done in a while. This isn't some this is some interactive fiction. This is a demo for Invite Me In. Beyond that, I don't know much about it. I have at least one subscriber who likes when I do interactive fiction. So I'm going to, cater to that part of my audience and, do one of those every once in a while. Yeah, that's about it. Also, I'm interested in it based on what I saw on the game page. So let's go ahead and start. This is a horror game demo that contains content made to induce fear. It is not recommended for those easily disturbed. If needed, please read the content warnings before continue. Okay, let's read them. It contains Yandir. Oh, that's that Jap. Okay. Behavior: stalking, manipulation, harassment, and violent tendencies. Self-harm, blood, violence, suggestive themes, sudden tone shifts, and other material made to induce fear. Alright, sounds good. If you are sensitive to any of these materials, which I am not, please reconsider playing. You've been warned. Okay. I have to know your name. Yes. Oh, you want Palace of Poison. Yeah, what? Here we are. As the sun finally sets, the lengthening shadows all begin to bleed together until everything is covered in darkness. My path is only illuminated by the occasional streetlight, and I start to become nervous again, like something bad is about to happen if not treaded with caution. I start picking up my pace as I get closer to home. I didn't plan to be out for so long, especially not at night all by myself. Am I a female? Should I be reading this in a female voice? The grocery store bag clutched tightly in my hands seemed much heavier, even though it only carries a sole jug of milk that I desperately needed before leaving the house earlier. Now I'm wondering if it was really worth the trip. Turning the corner just leads to another dark road. I debate whether I should slow down to prevent tripping, or just break out in a run here and now. But it's just a couple more blocks, then I'll be back at home. For some reason, nagging at the back of my mind, that didn't feel like an appealing solution either. If something dangerous really was just out of view, going back to an empty house was just like throwing a blanket over your head to keep the monsters away. You mean that doesn't work? It's moments like this I wish I didn't live alone. But I'm probably just anxious for no reason. I don't have any evidence that someone is really trying to hurt me. Just these paranoid feelings in the back of my mind that I should ignore. I really have to stop trying to freak myself out. All it's doing is causing me to lose sleep, which makes me more on edge. Focusing on getting home is the only thing I need to worry about for now. Then I can eat dinner, chill out, and finally get some much-needed rest. Just as I was about to turn down the last street, I see a figure sitting next to the sidewalk a few feet in front of me. I immediately stop walking and try to get a better look before getting any closer. I hear my blood start to pulse faster in my ears. They're almost fully hidden from view, so I didn't have much of a chance to see them from farther away, and they are perfectly still. I feel the fear rising in me again and stay frozen in the same spot, my muscles tense, waiting to see if the stranger makes a move. They do nothing, and since it's so dark, I can't even tell if they have seen me or not. Though I keep getting the feeling they are staring right at me. It's terrifying, but I can't just stand here forever. I want to go home. Swallowing the lingering morbid thoughts and stirring up some bravery, I begin to walk again until I'm only a couple of feet from the stranger. Once I'm closer, I can finally make out some of the vague details of their face. His face, and we make eye contact. I flinch back a bit after seeing him look at me, but then I start to notice something strange. He's curled up in the grass, clutching his arms tightly to his body, and I begin to hear his heavy, uneven breaths over my own. He's hurt. Badly. As soon as I see the state he's in, I'm not only more worried than before, but now also heavily concerned for his well-being. Hello? Can you hear me all right? Are you okay? What happened? For a moment he just keeps looking at me. His expression is unreadable, this far from any light source, but he must feel scared too. He doesn't respond. At this point, I feel he may be really, really injured. Maybe he can't even understand me? Just as I reach into my pocket to try and call for help, he finally speaks up. Something happened to me earlier. I was just trying to walk home and I'm a bit hurt right now. A bit hurt? He doesn't seem like he's doing well at all. Do you need help? Can you walk? He leans forward and begins to push up on his arms like he is trying to stand up, but he quickly winces and sits back to his original position. It hurts. My arms really hurt. My legs are okay, though. How did you hurt your arms? Is anything broken? Broken? I didn't break anything. He shifts uncomfortably on the ground, trying to move his body to a more upright position. He looks at me a bit nervous. It's easier to see his face like this. And his face is a bit cute too, pretty pale, a little scary. Let's say pretty pale. He says nothing is broken, but something else is definitely wrong. It seems his injuries are causing him a lot of pain. I don't really know what to do in this situation. Do you need me to call an ambulance or get you a ride to a clinic? If it hurts that bad, then you may need some serious help, even if you don't think it's broken. No, it hurts a lot, but it isn't anything worth a trip to the hospital. I'll be fine with just a bit of time to rest. Is he really going to be okay like this? I want to help him out, but maybe he really just needs some time to recover. Are you sure you'll be okay? Yeah, I appreciate the concern, but it truly isn't an emergency. Well, okay. I'm glad it's not that bad then. You should really be more careful. Getting injured on the side of the road like this late is really dangerous. You're right. I'm really glad you're the one who came along. It seems like I had nothing to worry about earlier. To think, I was so scared of him just a moment ago. I thought I was going to die when I first saw him, but I was really overreacting. And now I'm just having a normal conversation with a stranger sitting in the grass. But I still don't really know anything about him. And he still seems pretty worried, too. I should try to calm him down a bit more, so I can help better. What's your name? My name? It's Devin. He seems really shy about it. I feel kind of bad asking now. That's a really nice name. It suits you. There's no way. I think your name is much nicer. My name? Oh. My name? Wait, what? We never told him isn't our name. How do you know my name? I didn't tell it to you yet. Oh? You didn't? I'm sorry. I must have thought you said it already and it slipped my mind. I feel a bit embarrassed. I hope you don't think I'm insincere now that I complimented something I didn't even know. But I'm certain your name is nice. That's all I was trying to say. Sorry to confuse you. It's fine. I was just a bit caught off guard. So what is your name? I feel a bit hesitant to tell him now, but I really shouldn't fault him for an honest mistake. It's... Pal... It's Palace of Poison. Palace of Poison. That is a nice name. Just like I guessed. Devin is now... Time out. Oh, man. Don't worry. We will continue after these messages. I also have gum in my mouth. That's probably not helping. Devin is now more focused on his sudden blunder than the pain he's in, which is a bright side. It seems that conversation helped a bit, even if a bit awkwardly. He looks off to the side, trying to distract himself. Talking to a stranger like me seems to make him pretty nervous. As a sort of anxious reflex, he begins to mess with the sleeves of his sweater. He just ends up wincing in pain after pulling on them too hard. Do your arms still hurt to move? Yeah. Devin tries to move his arms again, then gives up quickly. He pulls them back into his lap in a comforting position. Will he be able to make it back somewhere safe soon? It's horrible. His arms hurt too much to even make it home. I feel bad just leaving you here like this. Here, let me help you walk a bit closer to your house. You shouldn't have to sit here in the dark. My house is still a bit of a walk away. I should be fine. I feel better already after talking to you. It seems I may have been a bit too worried after all. At least let me walk you to a bench nearby to rest. It's better for you than just sitting on the ground. You'll help me? I really appreciate that. I just need some help standing up, and then I'll be okay to move on my own. Helping him out seemed like an easy enough offer, but actually finding a good way to lift him up gracefully was a harder task than I guessed. Setting down my grocery bag of lonely milk on the sidewalk, I walk a bit closer to Devon. We both look at each other, trying to figure out the best way to go about this. I want to lift him up without hurting him or making him uncomfortable. Eventually he moves his legs until they are bent under him, almost in a kneeling position. Then I move beside him, wrapping my arms around his torso. And that is how I met your mother. As I increase the pressure of my hold on him, his breathing becomes even more labored and unsteady. His body becomes incredibly tense despite how carefully I try to lift. Are you okay? I'm trying to not touch your arms too much, but let me know if anything hurts. It really doesn't hurt that bad. I can barely feel it. Feeling a bit more reassured after knowing he's okay, I give one final lift until he's up on his feet. We did it! Hopefully you're all good to go now. Is there anything else I can do to help? Sure. I'm here if you need any... Before I can finish what I was about to say, Devon begins to wobble over after trying to stand on his own. I quickly reach back over to hold him steady, and he ends up leaning back into my arms, clutching my shoulders to keep from falling. What happened? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Are you sure? I can call someone for you or get you a ride to a clinic if something is wrong. I think it's just my blood pressure after sitting there too long. I'm fine, honestly, fine. Do you think you can try walking on your own, or is that too much? I think I need a bit more time before walking on my own. I can just sit back down if it's too much trouble for you. It's not too much trouble at all. If you are okay with it, you can lean on me while we walk to the bench. I don't know how much you feel like moving right now. If I have your support, I'll be okay to move. Okay, I'll try to walk slowly and not put too much strain on you again. We move in a side-by-side position, where his arm is over my shoulder as I wrap my arm around his back. The walk continues at a steady pace as we get halfway down the street. I feel Devon's breathing as he pushes against me for stability. It seems to still be quick and heavy. Do you still have the milk? That's going to be, if they leave that out, I'm going to be worried about it forever. His body also feels cold and damp. Just how long had he been there by himself? Is he really okay? I look over to glance at Devon's face, which is completely pale, with a small smile creeping onto his lips. The image is almost frightening with the state he's in. Like he doesn't even know how bad his condition is. No, like he doesn't even care. He notices me staring, and his unreadable gaze meets mine in an instant. It feels he can read every thought and intention running through my mind. Suddenly his eyes soften as his grin turns more friendly, but the off-putting paleness is still there. You really are too kind to me, even helping me walk. For a second I feel I can't move. I can hardly breathe while looking at him directly. As I said, no trouble. I have to force myself to turn away from him and continue to focus on walking. But I can still feel him right next to me as my heart hammers faster in my chest, and I pray he doesn't notice. Love connection. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Maybe it's because we've met in such a weird situation. But he looks at me differently than anyone else I've ever met. Like food? I strengthen my resolve and begin to push forward again. We finally get to the end of the street and turn the last corner. The bench is just a few feet away. Here we are. You should be able to rest right over here. There. I gently pull him over until he's able to safely sit down on his own. He seems a bit shaken up still, But he's much better off on a clean bench near a streetlight than on the ground in the dark. Thank you for taking me all the way here. It was so considerate of you. Even though Devin says that, he doesn't look relieved at all. I feel a bit guilty ending it like this, but just how much more can I really do? Hell, he didn't even want me to do this much. I'm glad I could help. I really hope you feel better soon. It was nice to meet you, Devin. Let go. Oh, just as I'm about to walk away, his hand suddenly grabs mine. Let go of me. Did you need something else? Devin, are you alright? Devin, are you alright? I immediately turn around and hold his hand in my own, trying to be gentle with his arms. What do you need? Did you change your mind about calling for some help or going to the doctor? I don't want you to have to suffer alone, so I don't mind waiting here with you. Devin looks up at me with wide eyes, like he wasn't expecting this at all. As I begin to sit down on the bench next to him, he finally pulls his hand away and stops me. No, I didn't change my mind. Thank you, though. I just wanted to let you know. I want you to know. You left your milk behind earlier when helping me, and you probably don't want to forget that. Closure. My milk! That's right, I totally forgot. I guess I got so distracted helping you, I almost didn't remember to go back for it. Thanks for reminding me, Devin. What would I do without you? Oh my god, you just met. He quickly becomes flustered again and shakes his head a bit. Didn't you say I'm the reason you got distracted in the first place? Maybe so, but it wasn't like you did that on purpose. So I'd still say you're pretty helpful. Devin looks off to the side, a bit embarrassed. I'm going to go grab my milk now, but let me know if you need anything else. I'll have to walk back by here to get home anyway, so I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, I'll see you in a minute then. Unless the other vampires eat you. I'm assuming vampire, I don't know. I give a small wave and start to jog towards the corner we just came from. I make a turn and begin walking back down the previous road to where I left my milk. I'm really glad that Devin said something, because I would have felt so ridiculous once I got home. It was the only reason I came out here and went through this wild evening after all. It only takes me a few seconds to find the lonely bag sitting on the sidewalk. The time makes me realize just how slow we were walking before. A distance that felt like it took ages to traverse was really a short jog. I quickly glance over the milk to make sure it's still in good condition, and the jug looks perfectly fine. It was only out here by itself for a minute, but better to check than drink bad milk. I scoop up the bag into my arms and start heading back. I should really say bye to Devin before heading home and check on him one last time. He's gone. Oh no, he's still there. I run back to the bench and see him sitting there just as I left him. Well, something seems a bit off. He seems just as unwell as ever. In fact, he's not even looking at me now. Is he ready for me to just leave now? Or does he even know I'm here? I step a bit closer so I'm right in front of him, and I try to duck down to get one last look at his face. Well, I got my milk, so I guess I'll be headed back home now. As I said before, it was nice to meet you. Get home safe, alright? Just as I'm about to leave, I finally notice the dark stains forming all over his sleeves and onto the rest of his clothes. Earlier, they were small enough that they could be mistaken for shadows, especially in the dim light, but now it seemed much more obvious. Is that blood? Now it is impossible to ignore it. The panic hit me like an anvil as I feel my heart drop. I look down at the arm I had used to help support his body when we walked over here. There was a smudge of crimson streaked across my hand that I didn't see earlier. He was bleeding. He was bleeding so much. It didn't seem possible. How did I not notice how bad it was? There was blood dripping down his hands now. Did I make it worse? Did I hurt him while carrying him here? No. I didn't mean to hurt him. Will he be all right? I lifted Devin's shoulders to look at his face. His eyes seemed hazy, like he might pass out soon. You need to get to the hospital immediately. I'll call an ambulance. Why didn't you tell me you were bleeding this much? What happened to you? It's just a little bit of blood. He got real raspy there for a second, sorry. A bit of blood? That seems like much more than a bit. Is it really that bad? Are you worried about me? Yes, now just show me how you got injured. I walk closer and try to reach over to grab his hand. Suddenly, Devin moves up from the bench and stands in front of me. Piles of poison. Please just listen to me. I need help, but Devin seems to inhale deeply like he's trying to rise all the courage and willpower he has. I want to rush over to help him sit back down safely, but I feel frozen in place. I just examine his face, waiting for a sign to grab and steady him again. His eyes glance at mine, shifting from assessing to pleading, like he really wants to, needs to, tell me something. He still seems physically weak, but it's almost like he's even more energized now. Like something in the past few seconds totally revitalized his conviction. We both wait as he finally gets his bearings. Will you please hear me out? Yeah, I'll listen. Devin steps a bit more into the light and raises his arms halfway into the air. It's like he's trying to reveal the injury without moving his sleeves. Like he's trying to shield me from just how bad it is. But all I see is more blood, and he seems to sense my concern. I didn't want to worry you too much, but it seems the state I'm in looks quite bad. To be honest, it hurts really bad, too. He grimaces as he looks down at his arms. Maybe he didn't even let himself think of how painful it was before. I didn't want you to know. My arms are so much worse than I let on. Then why don't you let me call for help? Someone did this to me. They were trying to hurt me. Someone hurt you? Who? Devin looks at me with a pained expression. Then he stares at his arms again, looking at the stains forming along his sleeves. A stalker. A stalker? What? Are you being serious right now? It's true. I didn't really know what was happening until it was too late. Next thing I know, I'm on the side of the street and bleeding. My arms hurt so much, but I couldn't move. I was afraid I was going to be found again and killed. But then you found me instead, and I felt safe. I hope you understand, but I really can't go to the hospital like this. Surely my attacker would know that's where I need to go, and they tried to find me there. So I'm too afraid. Just the thought of it happening. It's okay, Devin. I understand. You're not going to call for help, right? No, not if you don't want me to. But why can't we call the police? You might be in real danger. Police? I really don't think that's a good idea. It makes me too nervous. And plus, I don't even think they would take me seriously after not believing me before. Looking at the blood continuing to drip from his hands, I feel it's hard to not take Devin seriously at this moment. But if he feels so certain about it, I shouldn't doubt him about this either. Then what are we supposed to do? You can't keep walking around like that. I just need someplace safe. I really don't think I can just be home alone while someone is after me. Then if there were some basic medical supplies, I can make it work. I've patched myself up from worse. What are you, a field medic in the military? It feels like an inadequate solution, but my mind is racing too much to think of a good alternative myself. One thing I know for sure, I can't just leave him like this. I may be terrified, but that's nothing compared to what Devin is going through at this moment. I've been on edge the past few weeks with thoughts someone has been watching me, but he's been living it. I feel a bit silly trying to relate. I can't help but feel a sense of connection, though, like it was fate that I happened to be the one here to help him. And wouldn't I want someone to do the same for me if I was ever in such a dangerous situation? As I've been going through my reasoning in mind, Devon has just been staring at me with a hopeful expression. If you need some place to go, you can come to my house. Really? I can come to your house? I have a first aid kit I bought recently. I'm not sure how helpful it will be, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, that'll work fine. I'm sorry, I can't believe you're really helping me. Me. I'm not going to leave you out here alone or just hand you off to people you don't feel safe with. I really do want to help you, Devon. We stare at each other for a moment, assessing this bizarre situation that's been laid out quickly in front of us. But the look on his face, he seems so happy, ecstatic even. This just shows that I definitely made the correct choice, right? Or did I even have a choice to not help someone in this much peril? I'm trying to push down any feeling of uncertainty and move on to the next objective. So, we shouldn't stay out here too long, right? Isn't it kind of dangerous? Yes, you're right. We should leave right now. Devon's head whips around to survey the area, but he seems quickly satisfied. I think we're safe, but it's best to be careful and hurry along. All right, then, let's go. I instinctively walk over to Devon and lean against him, moving my arm across his back again. Pals of Poison, what are you doing? You still need help with walking, don't you? After all this, I can't have you falling over on me. Of course. Sorry, I nearly forgot, and it surprised me. Red flags everywhere! Devon moves against my arms, and we begin to walk together again. Maybe it's from doing it before, but it feels easier this time. My house is just a few buildings down, so you don't have to wait too long. And then you can just stay with me for the night and call whoever you need to call in the morning. Whomever. This is really too kind of you. I don't deserve it, but at the same time, I can't reject the offer. Don't feel bad for it. I really do want to help you. Is there a reason why you want to help me? Or are you just the type of person who would help anyone? Devon's face looks a bit upset when he says this. Does he think I have weird motives? I'm not really sure. I just think if I were in your shoes, I'd want someone to look out for me like this. I bet there is someone who would do anything for you. Do you have a boyfriend? The strange compliment makes my heart thump quickly in my chest. I try to ignore it, but it's soon all I hear. To distract myself from the noise, I look out into the darkness, trying to search for any stalking figures. I make sure we aren't being followed, and there doesn't seem to be another soul in sight. For the past few weeks, I've constantly been seeing moving shadows and feeling eyes on the back of my head. But for the first time in a while, I don't feel anything at all. I feel safer. And as I finally see the front of my house in view, I think the rest of this wild night is going to actually be okay. You have reached the end of the demo. Oh, it's gonna get crazy though. Thank you, Palace of Poison, for playing Invite Me In, which is what makes me think of vampires. Continue the game and see how the rest of the night unfolds later this year. The hearts above give a clue to the path you are headed on. Okay, green, orange, and purple. I don't know. Okay. So that was Invite Me In, the demo for Invite Me In anyway. I kind of like it so far. Our character is hella dumb though. And she's gonna get murderized, I'm pretty sure, or something. I have this theory that Devon there is... his injuries stem from someone who fought him off. Like maybe he's the stalker or vampire. I don't know, I'm still thinking vampire, I don't know. And this is kind of what he does. Like, he gets into people's lives he finds, you know, nice people who are willing to help, and then he takes advantage of them in some manner. That's my theory anyway. I could be completely wrong about that. My other theory is that he's the bait for like a group, maybe. And he works his way into some place and then lets his comrades, you know, in, and then they terrorize the homeowner or whatever. So 2 theories. Let me know if you think something different, you agree, disagree, what theories you have down in the comments below. By the way, links to all these games in the comments below. And if you liked what you saw, any of the games, all the games, none of the games, if you liked anything about anything, if you think this light on me is a little too bright, which I do, I think that might be perfect. I don't know, because look at that, look how bright it is. Oh, and it's behind something too, by the way. Anyway, if you liked any part of the video, please click that like button. I would very much appreciate it. And if you haven't done so already, I would be oh so grateful if you were to subscribe, and I thank you. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for me in this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.